Leon apparently is a ciscon, Chloe believes in the power of friendship, Luminous is still my goddess, and Granville apparently wants to see the world burn. What'd I miss? My gosh, episode 88 of Reincarnated as a Slime was quite an episode. I almost felt like this was like sort of one of those like info dump episodes, like massive amounts of exposition dump. Like we gotta get the full backstory of Granville. We gotta, dig in Leon into the whole situation. We're just gonna bring everything together for this big clash that's gonna happen in Labilius. But yeah, overall it was a good episode though. I like to kind of get into this backstory stuff. Not necessarily that I think Granville's like an insanely good character, but I do find sort of the significance of him. Like, this guy literally formed the entire West. This guy, in his big pursuit in order to create a peaceful place for humanity, literally went out to the West and created some sort of, I guess, order. I like how it points the fact that this dude had like the impossible task. He's going to the West in order to create some sort of peace there, and you got the demon lord over here, you got the demons to the north, you got, yes, this dragon that's raging all the time. Like, he had to bring order to all this stuff. And yes, it seems like he actually pulled it off with, yes, the help of the goddess Luminous. That was the interesting thing. I think of this entire episode, that was the most curious thing. The fact that we've always kind of portrayed Granville as being sort of this, very prejudiced person. Like, it has to be run by humans. Only humans can have this land. We can't have demon lords ruling over us. No, it's got to be humans. It's all about the humans. It feels like he's about the superiority of humans. Not really necessarily the superiority, but more the fact that he sees everything else that's not human as a threat. Really is what I get from that. But no, he has this mindset, but in this situation, he bent. He bent a little bit here. Like, he realized at some point while fighting Luminous, she's like, yeah, he obviously acknowledged me as a threat because he feels like the demon lords are a threat. He came after me. And after we fought so many damn times, eventually he realized, oh, you kind of like us to be coexisting. Let's form a contract here. Like, let's work together for the future of mankind, which is the creation of Labilius. Like, this is what we create. This entire like country and everything was built around this idea. So it's interesting to see that despite the fact that I assume that he was against demon lords, here's the answer as to sort of how he came to conclusion of working with Luminous, because that's the big question mark there, obviously, right? But I think it's really kind of, there's that, like his initial thought process of creating a land of peace, but the reason why I would assume now that he hates them so much is because while he was finally able to create this peace, it was still in danger. In the end, he still lost the thing that was precious to him, which was Maria. In the end, when everything was settled, the dust was settled and everything, and they had this peace has been created, they're having this celebration for his daughter, and then out of nowhere, betrayal happens. Some demon was involved here, and this guy, through greed, strikes down his wife, his beloved wife. And that's what creates, I think, this anger that he has for anything outside of humanity being in his presence, despite the fact that, again, he created this sort of agreement with Luminous before any of that happened. But still, yeah, interesting to see sort of how, again, the entire West was sort of kind of, some structure was created there, even though it's not entirely was there. Sort of like all this stuff that we see currently on the map is almost mostly drawn by him. Again, after the loss of Maria, he just goes into hiding and creates this entire structure in the West, and then starts to build up all this kind of resources and everything like that, becomes these two faces, the one that is the head of the clergy, and the one that is, this guy, this Granville guy that is, running this entire council over here. Like, all this stuff is formed by him until it comes to this moment right here where he has a new opportunity given to him, which is Maribel. Now, here's like sort of the oddity here is like at the very end of the episode, he's upset. He's like talking about how like everything was taken to him. Maria was taken from me because of greed. That didn't really click on me until that moment where I'm like, oh, that's right. Technically, that guy like killed his wife, killed Maria because of greed. And then Maribel comes in and she's legit has the power over greed. I thought that was a little bit on the nose. It was a little bit on the nose. Like, they were intentionally going that direction, which is funny to see that Granville eventually, uses Maribel for his sake. But yeah, this Maribel shows up, gives him the opportunity in order to reclaim things. She dies. He's losing hope. And we're unfortunately getting now to the point where it feels like he's becoming just, I want to see the world burn. Yeah, it did give a sense here that he was going to use Yuki and put Yuki up on, the position of power. Like, I've lost everything. Everything's kind of screwed up, but I'm going to try one last thing, and I'm going to put Yuki in that position. Because Yuki, I see him as our last hope now. But it really does feel like he's just using Yuki. I think in the end, he doesn't really plan on putting Yuki up on some sort of like leadership role or anything like that. I think that both of them are completely using each other. He knows that Yuki's using him, and he's using Yuki. He knows that Yuki is ambition. He's talking about how like he has these stupid ambitions. He doesn't respect Yuki in any ways. He doesn't see Yuki as being... I was kind of joking about that last episode impression, this idea of him seeing Yuki as being sort of like a potential son-in-law or something like that. No. He doesn't care about Yuki. He's just using Yuki. He's using Yuki completely. It feels like with how this episode ends, Granville has come to a point where he almost wants to just see the world burn. Just take down as many things as possible before he goes, and hopefully humanity can build from that afterwards. But again, it's really like a world that takes everything from me. I just want to destroy it. Now, interesting thing is that, yes, as we had quite a bit of scenes with Luminous sort of explaining Granville, even the opening segment here talk about how he's been serving the clergy for so long. He knows Labilius more than I do. In order to create a place for the humans and to protect the humans, they came to an agreement and they joined forces. But he's changed. He's aged. And she questions that. Wait, he's aged. I'm wondering if she's questioning that because he's not supposed to age. I don't know why she wouldn't realize this earlier, but is she coming to a realization of, wait, he's actually aging and he shouldn't be aging? My assumption here is that he's not supposed to be aging because she's giving him her love. And that's supposed to be powering him. And I think right here she's coming to a realization, my theory, that he's becoming aged because he's been giving that power to his dead wife. He's been preserving her body because, yeah, we see in this episode, Maria is this person that's been there this entire time, and she's not rotting. It's been quite a while that she's dead there. Why wouldn't she not be, like, rotting at this point? Probably because he's been preserving her body, giving this power over to her. And that's causing him to age, which it seems like how this episode ends. He's infusing a whole bunch into her to resurrect her, so I'm guessing making a zombie. Is he turning Maria into a zombie? Again, this last-ditch effort to destroy everything before she goes, I guess, and he goes along with it. I don't know, but yeah, overall, crazy reveals around Granville. Again, I don't find him to be a particularly, like, fascinating character, but I do at least see a lot more to his character now at this point. Again, somebody that wanted to see this world come to peace and was able to compromise with a demon lord in order to, come to this outcome. But in the end, the world itself, through greed, double-crossed him, and it seemed like it made him completely, like, lose a lot of faith in humanity itself, or at least a lot of faith in anything outside of humanity, which would, manipulate humanity. But yeah, there's a disappointment in the fact that most of his driving force is just around the fact of her final message. Protect the humans, guide them, you have to guide them, and that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Anyways, outside of that, we had Rimuru arriving at Labilius. I totally forgot this is the first time that he's ever been there. Like, when he arrives, he's like, oh, this is Labilius. I'm like, oh, this is the first time we've actually been here. I forgot that. Yeah, they arrive there. We have one scene where Hinata is with Chloe and everybody and is showing them around the place, and they get into sort of the, I guess, social structure of Labilius, and the fact that everybody is seen as equal under God, and thus everybody works, even the kids. And it gets into a little bit of how Hinata herself sees, like, what her goals are versus Chloe. And the fact that Hinata wanted to sort of have a place where she can, serve. People that she can protect. Some place to belong, basically. And Chloe sort of counters that in the idea that she doesn't like that idea. Like, she personally wants to not, have it be a single person. I don't want one single person to have to protect me. I want to work alongside people. She, like I joked before, believes in the power of friendship. She wants to fight alongside other people, not necessarily be a single person having to carry everything, which I think is a good thing. And that could possibly be from her experience with Shizue. Yes, while we're watching the whole situation with Chloe, we cut over to Leon, which, yes, we finally get the reveal from Leon's perspective that he's been looking for Chloe because Chloe is his sister. And he seems to be a little bit of a ciscon. I don't know. I mean, it could turn to something else, but yeah, that seemed like a little bit weird. That was a little bit in that ciscon realm of, oh, sister, no, don't go that way, sister. You should have came here with me, sister. Now I'm looking for you, sister. Yeah. He's apparently looking for all the other worlders, looking and searching for his sister Chloe. And yeah, this also confirms the fact that he's from another world as well, that he's been transported from somewhere else and came here, potentially became a demon lord, and again is desperately seeking out his sister, that she should be here with him, that she should have came here with them, and something. Again, okay, okay, sure, I guess so. But yeah, my initial assumption was that she was somebody that was there with him in this world and was transported out, and he's looking for her to come back. This makes more sense, the fact that he came from somewhere, and again is assuming that she's going to follow at some point, I guess. Dude's dedicated to find her. Dude is got dedication for his sister, that's for damn sure. That is some next level syscon right there. Next level. But yeah, while he's contemplating about this, we have one of his men come in and mention to him the fact that John is gone. The gate is destroyed. And so he's trying to figure out what the hell happened there. This nuke-creating demon is now gone. What the hell happened to them? And then, yes, some random soldier walks in the door and says, "Report, Rimuru is going to Labilius in order to sell Chloe and everybody." I love how Leon's not an idiot. I love how he's not an idiot. Like, oh my gosh, Rimuru is selling the children? Oh, I will stop this from happening. No, he's like, follow that idiot. Yeah, the guy that just came in the door, just follow him. He's, god damn it, why are these people doing this? Like, why is his door so open to idiots walking in and making up a bunch of BS? And he just keeps like, okay, that's so stupid. Why would you bring that up right now? Like the whole thing with applause. Why are you admitting so much stuff? Like, what is your goal here? You random soldier, why'd you bring up the fact that Rimuru's selling Chloe? Like, I have an information network. I'll find out. I don't need you to BS me. It's so funny. It's like Yuki's over here, like, cackling and trying to manipulate everybody, and everybody else is just like, God damn it, Yuki again, really? Grandville's like, you stupid, ambitious kid. And Leon's over here like, God damn it, this stupid soldier just comes in here with some BS. I know it's BS. They're just trying to get me to fight. Again, I love the fact that these characters are at least not stupid. Like, everybody in the series is not gullible, except for Rimuru. Rimuru is the only character in this entire series that's gullible. But, yeah, it seems like Leon's finally going to take action. He's probably going to go to... I'd be surprised if he goes to Labilius. I don't know. I guess he wouldn't have a problem. I would assume that Luminous would be fine with him coming in there, question mark. I don't necessarily see the end goal here. Why Yuki would think that Leon's going to go there and just start kind of blasting. Like he's going to walk in there and start blasting. I don't know. We'll see. In the end, the big thing here that I see happening is going to be... The main one's going to be Granville. Like, no matter what, Granville and his zombie Maria is definitely going to start blowing stuff up. And at that point, I'm guessing Yuki's going to hope that Leon's going to start some problem or at least cause a commotion before he kind of rolls up in there and tries to steal this hidden treasure. This secret treasure. Got to bring that up again. That's going to be like a key thing there. Now, they did also have one other thing that was brought up for Granville's arsenal, which is going to be Razzle. Which I could see Razzle, seemingly, he's dedicated to Granville. Whatever you want, Granville, I'm going to do it. So this creature thing, I don't know what the hell it is, that seems to be like dedicated to him, is going to be involved as well. So we at least have the old heroes party. The Granville old hero party is going to be involved. And they did imply with a conversation with Luminous that Granville is, in fact, as powerful as Demon Lords of old. Somebody is as powerful as Hinata. She says, I don't want to get Hinata involved because of that. So they are implying at least that he's that strong. That's still nowhere near Rimuru. Again, they're old Demon Lords. I'm assuming that new Demon Lords are more powerful. So I don't know. Again, what's this cult going to be here? But we'll see. We'll see if this actually comes to something. Because we have Rimuru has now established an entire army of like insanely powerful primordial demons. I don't think you're going to have a problem with some dude that can take down old demon lords. I don't think that's going to be a problem, but we'll see. We'll see. The other thing of Arsenal that Granville seems to be bringing up here is that he's going to employ the Disciples of Vert, which this was interesting to finally get into this stuff because we've only kind of brought them up with them doing the dungeon stuff, but not necessarily like who they are. And this one gets into the fact that they are apparently people that worship a green goddess, and they summon an enormous demon which they revere as a god. Okay. Okay, good to know. Some weird lore here. Okay. Is that going to be involved with this whole situation? I don't know. But it seems like based on that understanding, these are people that are aiming to be involved when the war is plunged into chaos, and he's going to create that chaos. So, hey, they want to fight some big, epic, chaotic war. Let's give it to them, I guess. Interesting lore to the individuals, the disciples of Vert. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the episode. It's going to be interesting to see Granville completely crash and burn, because he's not going to kill Remediu, Leon, and Luminous, but apparently he thinks he's going to. We'll see. We'll see what he meant. If he's as stupid as Maribel, which I'm certain, because let's be honest, I mean, besides Maribel having information from a previous life, she learned to fight from Granville. So just like Maribel, I'm certain we're going to see Granville just go out there with a really stupid plan and get destroyed, and then maybe Yuki gets more power. I think in the end, it's probably Granville's going to start something. It's going to like flop like crazy, but it's going to give Yuki enough time to get the hidden treasure, and now he's got a hero that he can manipulate in some way. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, that's my thoughts on the episode. Until next time, y'all take care.